To talk a little bit about today about clothing, and we moved here to North Dakota from Tennessee, and when we initially had planned on traveling, we made plans to never be in the North Country in the wintertime, which is probably a smart way to go. However, as you guys know, if you've been watching my channel, we were able to work out a deal with a local RV dealership and get a really good deal on a fifth wheel. However, we don't plan on leaving the state till it's paid for, and it won't be paid for until February, so we're going to be in the middle of the cold weather here, and that's why we installed a auxiliary heater, and we've been working on things. We're going to be doing some underpinning, and we're going to do some other things in our RV to help winterize it. But we have to winterize ourselves, and me especially. When I moved, I was so convinced that we weren't going to be in the wintertime that I got rid of all my winter clothes. I kept 6 pairs of jeans and 1 sweatshirt, and that's it. I don't even have a winter coat. So I went to Goodwill because there's not a Salvation Army here in Bismarck, North Dakota, or at least there's not a Salvation Army thrift store. If you have a local Salvation Army thrift store, best place to shop for clothing. Goodwill is usually the second best, and that's where we went. And I want to talk to you guys about shopping at one of these places. If you've never been before, you need to go, especially if you're trying to live a debt-free lifestyle. One of the most expensive things that you can do is buy clothing new. A pair of jeans can cost $50 today. A sweatshirt can cost $20, $30 or more. You might, even upwards to $50, $60 depending on the brand. And your clothing can be very, very expensive. You can still get really good clothing for very, very low prices if you shop at Goodwill or at thrift stores. And I'll give you an example. Before I left Tennessee, I bought 6 pair of Carhartt jeans. They're extremely good blue jeans. Carhartt makes some of the best blue jeans out there. I paid $1 a pair for them. That is a steal. If you've ever gone shopping, you know that's a really, really good deal. So I want to talk about what I got here in North Dakota. Now, the Goodwill here is not as price friendly as it is in other areas I've been, mostly because there's not a Salvation Army competing against them. Okay, so let's talk about what I got. So this here is St. John's Bay. This is a pretty popular brand. I paid $5 for it. This sweatshirt here is from Gap. You can see that there on the tag. This one shows a little bit more sign of use. It looks like not like a brand new shirt, but that's okay. It's really thick and warm, and that's what I needed for the winters here. It's going to be as cold as -20. I am not familiar with this brand. I bought this sweatshirt because of the thick fleece. This is by Baxter & Wells. Maybe it's a Walmart brand, maybe it's not, I don't know. But I think I paid $2.50 for this one. This is another St. John's Bay sweatshirt. This one almost looks brand new. I paid $2.50 for it. This one here is Basic. I'm fairly sure Basic is a Walmart brand. If it's not, I'm sorry. I'm not 100% sure. This is just a nice warm sweatshirt. I think I paid $5
for a winter
for
coat.
I found this thing here, and this coat, I don't know if you can see on the camera, this thing is really thick. It's incredibly thick, and it is by Cabela's. So this is a very expensive coat new. It does show signs of usage. It has multiple layers inside of it. It's got a wind catch in it to keep the cold air from coming back up onto your chest, which just helps to keep you warm. It's incredibly thick. I think it's down. The tag is so worn out that you can't read what it is, but just feeling it and having down pillows in the past and seeing what looks like feathers maybe poking out of places, I think it's a down coat, which is very expensive and also extremely warm. I paid a little more than I'm used to paying for coats for this coat, especially at a Goodwill. This was $15. But it was still an excellent price, and the coat is going to be extremely, extremely warm. It's very
Hey guys, so the last
heavy.
thing I want to talk about is appliances.
And Salvation Army and Goodwill are the key places to go and buy appliances, especially if you're homesteading, you're looking into getting into homesteading, and you don't have a ton of cash to spend buying food dehydrators, which is what you see here, or meat grinders, bread machines, all kinds of stuff. I mean, I can't Ninja blenders, whatever it is you need to process whole foods. They're the place to go. And the reason is because a lot of people get appliances for Christmas or gifts from friends and family. They don't know how to use them, and they end up donating them. They go there. This is an excellent example of that. This is a dehydrator, and as I mentioned in a previous video, we gave our old dehydrator away to friends that we met on the road. Their name is April and Eric, and I hope you guys are enjoying the dehydrator. We were blessed with this dehydrator today while I was shopping at Goodwill. I paid $7 for this machine. If you look it up on eBay, it'll sell for about $100, and it is all here. This is a Magic Air dehydrator and bean sprouter. And what that means is that it comes with, and I've already been through the box, so I can verify it's all here. It comes with 9 trays, just like this, and each one of the trays has a fruit screen in it for making fruit leathers. And then on top of all of that, if you're making fruit leather out of really liquidy material, and the screens aren't heavy enough, it came with these trays here. It's got a whole bunch of those that it came with. And then it also has a bean sprouting tray for sprouting your own beans. And this was inside the box. And this is, we already have a book, a dehydrator Bible, and I've talked about that in a previous video. But this is a nice addition. This is called Dehydrating Made Easy. And I've kind of looked through it. It's a really nice, well-made binder, and it's got a lot of information in here. And it goes into things that my dehydrator Bible does not talk about. So it talks about actually cooking meals with the dehydrator, which is kind of an interesting concept. So I paid $7 for this dehydrator. My entire shopping trip with all the clothing that I bought, the winter coat and the dehydrator, I spent $42, which is a little more than I usually spend at a thrift store, but it was still a really great trip, considering that this alone, if I had bought it on eBay used, would have run me somewhere between $90 and $100. So check your local Goodwills out, your local thrift stores, your Salvation Armies. Don't be afraid to go into places like that. You are never going to be self-sufficient if you're not willing to take advantage of places where you can buy things cheaper than what you would normally buy, or if you're not willing to have used appliances, because it would cost you a fortune to stock a kitchen with brand new appliances. This is the best way to start, and through time, if you need to replace things, sure, you can get new things, but this is the easiest way to do it. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Also check us out on Facebook at Roadstead to Homestead, and look us up on Instagram, and I'll see you guys on my next video. Bye!